You know, Toowoomba, it's a lovely place to live. It really is. It's a beautiful city. Parks and gardens are sublime. Not for nothing are we known near and far as the Garden City. But you know, we're more than that. Every year, tens of thousands of people flock here for the Carnival of Flowers, and they love it. But it would be a travesty if they were all to go back home thinking, Toowoomba, gee, they have some lovely gardens. That's about it. It's like going to Paris and leaving and saying, now there's a city with a lovely tower. There is more to it than that. We are a multidimensional city. Let's celebrate some of the other aspects that make it a lovely part of the world. Toowoomba needs another signature festival. That's what the Toowoomba Chamber of Commerce and their Food and Agri Network Advisory Committee, along with Dine Darling Downs, are thinking. That's what they've got in mind this week as they launch the bold idea of Autumn Feast 2024. Kristen O'Brien is from Dine Darling Downs. The idea for Autumn Feast has been rattling and fermenting in her brain for probably a fair while, I reckon. Let's ask her. Kristen, good morning.
Good morning, David, and you are spot on. It certainly has been rattling around in my brain for quite some time.
And tell me, so what state is it in now? What would Autumn Feast look like? I guess, give us an elevator pitch, to use that term, for Autumn Feast.
Well, it's all about our incredible seasons. I mean, Toowoomba, we are so fortunate to have 4 distinct seasons in this beautiful city. And as much as we absolutely love Carnival, we love spring and everything about the Carnival of Flowers, we really strongly believe we need to celebrate the rest of the seasons, and starting with autumn, and hence why we've put together this incredible program with the Toowoomba Chamber of Commerce. Autumn Feast, it's all about capturing the magnificence of autumn in our city, the food, art, music, all combined to make a 9-day festival of the senses, really. And yes, all of the things we enjoy about Toowoomba in autumn.
It's spot on, because when you think about it, so many people say, and I think it's always been the case, that people have come up here to escape the heat, and that's, say, in summer, but also to celebrate the fact that it feels that little bit colder up here, so they're actually really experiencing winter. So why not actually capitalise on that? Such a great idea. So would it be mainly focused on food, or would it sort of the focus be evenly spread amongst all those things you mentioned, really?
Well, we have such a diverse art community here in Toowoomba. We have some incredible artists, including musicians. So the actual event would kick off with a fantastic art show. We are quite renowned for some of our local artists, and we would encourage all of the community to paint up a palette of autumn, from the kids right through to the seniors, in our Autumn Feast art show. And that would be the event that launched the 9-day celebration of the festival. So we start with the art. Those installations can also be seen right across the CBD, out to the outer reaches as well, in communities outside of Toowoomba. And then we'll bring in some incredible foodie events. So we'll have long lunches. We're looking at rail walks and bush tucker trails. We're looking at barbecues and things like that, polo and a picnic out at Clifton, and of course beautiful degustation dinners and all of the things we love about Toowoomba, all to celebrate in that beautiful season of autumn.
It sounds terrific. And then, of course, all people, while they dine and partake in some of those activities, the chance to be entertained as well. So bringing some live music back to the CBD.
Well, yes, and I think we are just so fortunate. I am slightly involved in the local music industry in a very small way, but I believe that we have some incredible local talent. So for all of these events, we will be looking, and all of these food events as well, we will be looking just to use the incredible talent pool of local musicians, everything from jazz through to rock, classical music, and just some great pub bands. So throughout this 9-day festival, you can wander the streets of the CBD, walk into a cafe, and there may be an artist there painting, somebody playing a guitar. There'll be a beautiful vibe all through the city streets, as well as these beautiful little activations that we're going to have in the outer reaches. So there'll be events at Crow's Nest. Even out in Gumbungie and Oakey, we are looking at events out there, and a paint and sip at sunset at Pittsworth. So we're really trying to not only incorporate our beautiful CBD and the autumn colours that will explode in our parks, of course, during autumn, but really try and incorporate these lovely communities around Toowoomba, so it's something for everybody to enjoy.
It sounds wonderful because really, when you think about it, we used to have Easterfest, and while that was a Christian music festival, it certainly, in its at the height of its powers, it brought people in who weren't just there for the Christian music. They were there to sort of see the rest of the town, and that was a fantastic sort of highlight for the other end of the year. So it balanced out Carnival of Flowers nicely. Since that's been gone, it's sort of been quite hard to fill that void. So this would do it really, really neatly, wouldn't it?
Well, it certainly would, and we need to look at the economic boost that it would definitely bring to our city and our businesses, our tourism and hospitality businesses. They've had such a ravaging from the pandemic. The worst hit industry was hospitality and tourism. This will give all of those operators something to really look forward to. We will see more visitors in the region. It will give our economy a boost, and that's what we really need right now.
The idea, and the idea is fantastic. I don't think there'd be anyone listening who wouldn't be thinking, I would love to see that happen. New festivals, well, festivals are expensive to put on anyway, but to start one from scratch is even a little bit more formidable. It'll cost a lot of money, so I guess you'll be wanting Toowoomba Regional Council to see the merit in this idea as well.
Well, we certainly have presented a submission to the council. We would love them to make this another hero event for Toowoomba by supporting that with some funding. We've done hundreds of hours of work. I have to take my hat off to Todd and the team at Chamber. They have been so supportive of this event. We've worked really hard to put together a pretty spectacular program that's really inclusive, and we certainly would love it if council do come on board and support this by being the major sponsor of the event.
Well, time will tell.
Keep into it, David.
I think you're assuming the power that I really don't have, but I can say I think it's a brilliant idea. Keep us posted, and would love to have a chat to you again, and certainly keep us posted with how the the funding proposition goes, because would love to see this through to fruition. I wish you and Todd and the Chamber and everyone else involved the best luck.
Oh, thank you very much, and thanks for chatting to me today.
Great to have a chat, Kristen. Thank you so much. Kristen O'Brien there from Dine Darling Downs.